609 ENT was popping, man. 609 gang, we back in this thing. It's your boy, the realest breathing. We back in action with another battle rap review. We about to go same way we did volume. We about to go battle for battle, and we gonna see who won. But first off, we just got finished watching Clean Paper versus Stumbles. I feel like when it comes to the performance and charisma, this would have probably been my most rewatchable battle of the night. So first off, we had Stumbles in the first round. He came out swinging. He had a few clean flips in that first round that was super crazy. He started the battle off, bringing the belt out like Stump, because Clean told him to in the Twitter Spaces. It was a pretty decent round. Then Clean came out swinging with that vintage Clean flow, making jokes. He had a few hot lines in that round as well. But overall, we gave Stumbles the first round 18-15. As y'all remember, we got a scorecard for all of these. I ain't write them down. As y'all see, we in a hotel with it right now. Merry Christmas to all y'all. I ain't had nothing to do, so me and the fam, we just decided to get in the hotel for the night. But yeah, we got Stumbles taking the first round, 18-15. The second round, Stumbles had like I'd say a minor slip up, which kind of hurt him, but at the same time, it didn't hurt him as much because Clean had a slip up in his second as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, on his 15 Minutes of Fame interview, Clean was sick during this battle. So I feel like, even though I don't want to make an excuse off of that alone, I could hear it in his voice and I could see the way he was looking. He wasn't on no drugs or nothing. I could tell that. Like, I could tell when somebody's sick and when somebody's high. Like, he wasn't high at all. He looked super sick, even though he thugged out this performance. But overall, for the second round, I'm going to get at the Clean, 20-15. I don't know why he almost brought back pretty much his entire round after the crowd told him to say it again. But he had the line of the battle. He said, I even spinning a Tesla. I call that the electric slide. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we got Clean taking that round, 20-15. Now the third round, we got that R&T, that real, you know what I'm saying, talk from Stumbles in that third round. It was solid. Like in the third round we had QP with mainly jokes, but he had a few hot lines in there as well. But for that round, we got it actually tied, but I slightly edged it to QP because Stumbles once again stumbled in his third round. He stumbled like real bad on a line where he was running it back, which kind of hurt him in the long run. You can tell that when you watch the battle back, you see that QP had a lot of pauses here and out, but overall had a real good performance. But for this battle, overall, we're gonna say that QP took this battle 50-48. It wasn't magnificent, but it was actually a solid battle. Shout out to Clean for making it through, being sick and all that. But hey, we got a lot of battles to watch. This was a packed card, and I'm mad that this wasn't live streamed so we can possibly knock these out as fast as we could. But like I said, that was the first battle to drop, literally the first one when you scroll down on the app. Solid battle. I wouldn't put it in the running for battle of the night so far. I think the battle was light, but it was a good battle. But hey, next up, we got to watch Ease and Hansel, so I'll be back with y'all once we review that. Hey, y'all, we back with another recap for the Civil War 3 battles. But hey, I had got it wrong at the end of the last video for the last review. So the next battle on this card that was dropped was O-Red versus Truffaut. So far, I believe this could have been battle of the night of all of the battles that we watched so far. All right, so starting off, I'm not going to break down any of the bars because I really can't remember them at the moment. I probably have to rewatch this battle maybe 2 or 3 times to really get every line that both of them said. So in the first round, we got O-Red taking it 28-25. I feel like that was practically the round of the battle. Now both of them, this is a crazy battle. I say like it's one of them app classics that's not gonna be talked about as one of the greatest ever, but one of the best to ever drop one URL app. For the next round, we got O-Red taking that round 26-20, kind of clear. I feel like If any round could be the clearest round of the battle, I say it'd probably be the second round. And then in the third round, we had O-Red taking it 24-21. So overall, we said that O-Red took this battle 78-66. Yeah, 70-66. Solid performance between both of them. O-Red's best round, of course, was his first round, and I believe that Trufo's best round was also his first, because they was going back and forth. Both of their translations was fire. I heard some crazy red flips, some crazy faux flips. Yeah, right now, at the moment, this was definitely better than Clean versus Stumbles, even though that was a solid battle. The penmanship and the performance and aggression from these two was unmatched. So yeah, but overall we got O-Red taking it with a gentleman's 30. I wouldn't say this is a clear body, but I definitely got O-Red as the clear winner. But I'll see y'all after we have to watch this next battle, because we definitely still got a few even after this one. So I'll see y'all in a minute. Hey y'all, so look man, we back with it. As y'all see, it is a new day. Your boy is back at the crib. I was too tired to watch all them battles last night. Once again, Merry belated Christmas if you since it's now being recorded on the 26th. But we're about to skim through the rest of this card, because there was a lot of battles we had to get into in this one to 2 days. So we left off on O-Red versus Trufo, which was a great battle. But now, after that, the next battle was dropped is Hansel versus Eve. I feel like when it comes to back and forth, this was definitely top two, arguably top two, if not number one, definitely top two battles of the night. Two new dudes from the Crucible doing their thing. It was a crazy back and forth battle, so we're gonna get into it. In the first round, we had Hansel coming out with some heat. Hansel said, I think he said he said arms out, box out, something easy, but watch out. It was crazy. Like the sequence of his whole first round, he brought it back, so he had crowd control from the start, which was amazing. But I'm not gonna get into the bars and everything, because I'll have to rewatch all these battles to really catch everything. So for the first round, we got Hansel taking it clear, 23-13. Like I said, his energy in the first round was just top tier. Reminded me of a young K-Shine. Even in the next round, we had it actually tied at 19-19, but I slightly edged around the Ease because Hansel ended his second round with a slogan that no one in the crowd really knew, or I don't know if anybody who actually watched it on the app knew, but I liked his ending to it. But Ease ended that round on a high note, way better. So I slightly edged that round to Ease. So right now, going into the third is 1-1. And to top it off, we had Hansel taking the third round, 17-12. Once again, crazy back and forth battle. They both need plates, because they both did good in their final exam, and they just did good in their first main stage battle. So overall, we got Hansel taking this battle 59-44. And for the last time, this was a fire battle, one of the best battles of the night. But the next battle that was dropped was Nun Nun versus Chef Trez, possibly the best freestyle battle of the night. We're gonna start it off. First, we got Nun Nun in the first round with 18. He started out with some good energy, but there was a lot of dry spots in each of his rounds. I'll say that his first round was possibly his weakest. We got Chef Trez coming out the gate with some crazy room shakers. We got Chef Trez taking the first round 28-18. In the next round, same thing, same energy, but it wasn't as clear as the first round. We had Chef Trez taking the second round 21-19. It was a solid round from each. I wouldn't say they took off or anything like that, but Nun slightly increased, and I feel like Trez kind of slowed down just a tiny bit. At the beginning of the second round, Nun tried to hit Chef Trez with 3 of them things, but he kind of stumbled through it because he couldn't really get it off as if he wanted to, and he mumbled that during their round, saying the way you do three-up things is crazy. But yeah, we had Chef Trez taking the second round, 21-19. So even though the battle is technically over because it's 2-1 Trez right now, I actually had None taking the third round, 24-19. In this entire battle, I feel like Nun's third was his absolute best, and Chef Trez's worst round, even though none of them were bad, was his third round because he kept bringing back a lot of stuff. But overall, we had Chef Trez taking this battle 68-61. I got it with a 2-1 clear. This was actually a fire battle because of the freestyle and the rebuttals in the beginning of the rounds. Chef Trez did that all three. None did it in kind of the second round, and he tried to catch up with three of them things, but only did kind of one per round, like Nana usually does. But once again, great battle. I kind of would want to see that maybe in a light work setting, because I feel like with an actual time set that they would go absolutely crazy. But the next battle, possibly literally the most anticipated return of the year. Trenton in the building. We had New Jersey Twork versus Real Sick. Now, I was thinking to myself, maybe I got a little bit of bias because I'm from Trenton too. But at the same time, I really couldn't have any bias going into this battle because they both from Jersey. Jersey in the building. Respect. We just gonna skim through this because it's not that much of a recap to do, respectfully. Shout out to Sick, but first round, New Jersey Twork taking it 21-16. Second round, New Jersey Twork taking it 21-17. Third round, Twork taking 19-13. This was a clear 3-0. I wouldn't say it was. I'd say it could possibly be a gentleman's. I wouldn't argue that in people's eyes, but Twork's energy in his return to URL since practically going to jail and messing up in all his rounds, he really proved himself tonight, even though he didn't have anything to prove, because he's definitely one of the best ever. But the fake choke in the third round just sealed the deal. Sick didn't even have to rap. Like, when Shine hit Sick with that Soul For Real bar in the third round, it impacted more than that. Definitely want to see Twork versus Shine in 2023. Smack, make that happen, please. But yep, we got Twork with a clear 3-0, 61-46. Now the next battle was the one that we definitely predicted for Smack Volume 10. It ended up happening the day after. For some reason, I'm not sure. We got Fonz versus Rum Nitty. I'm going to say overall, this has to be the battle of the night when it comes to back and forthness. We're gonna skim through this because it was a lot of bars. Fonz came out the gate punching, of course, same as he does. Rum doing the exact same thing, but slightly better. In the first round, we had Rum taking it 22-21. You can see how close it is. This was not lopsided at all. But the next round, Fonz, the landlord is a dangerous man. We had Fonz taking that second round 32-19. He practically broke the reaction button in the second round. He absolutely took off. In the middle of Fonz's round, you could see in Nitty's face and the way he kept grabbing his chest that he looked kind of sick. After the battle, I was seeing in the comments they said get well Rum Nitty. So I don't know. He may have been sick just like Clean was in his battle with Stumbles. So get well soon if that's the case, Nitty. But Fonz absolutely took off. We got Fonz taking that round clear, 32-19. But in the third round, I did have Fonz taking it 25-20. Nitty needed a few more punches in that third round to really take off and steal that round from him. But his momentum going out of the second, and then Fonz heating back up into the third, just sealed the deal for me. 76-61 in the third. I got Fonz with the 2-1. I wouldn't argue if it could be a debatable definitely one of the battles of the year. But to top this review off, we got pretty much the most anticipated drop on the URL app this year, possibly in history. Everybody was waiting on Easy vs. Chess. Everybody was waiting on Slave vs. Stumbles. Everybody was waiting on the Homecoming card. Everybody was waiting on the Civil War card. Everybody has been waiting on this battle. with the controversy and animosity and quote unquote beef that this battle has caused. We got Tay Rock versus Kid Slade. We literally just got done watching this. We're gonna run through it. As y'all know, in the first round, Tay Rock put out paperwork trying to basically exposing Kid Slade as a snitch. I didn't watch Slade's 15 Minutes of Fame interview yet, so I don't know if any of that stuff is true. But Rock kept on making a statement that if this was news about him, then it would have been out before, possibly when the battle had even got announced, which I kind of deemed to be truthful. But at the same time, I feel like his tactics, they were good, but I feel like he should just stay to his roots, quote unquote. But in the first round, we had Rock taking it 22-18. Slade, I was thinking because Slade started to explain what the paperwork meant that Rock had pulled out in the start of his round. Rock and Slade pretty much almost fought while Rock was rapping and before Slade had started rapping. It was a lot of animosity throughout this entire battle. We had Rock taking the first round, 22-18. I'd say it's not clear, but I'd say by a bit of an edge. In the second round, we actually had it tied 21-21, but I slightly edged it to Kid Slade because the crowd kind of wasn't feeling Rock for some unknown reason, even though he had a lot of good bars in that second round, but they was messing with Slade a little bit more. So we edged Kid Slade that second round. So right now, currently, it's 1-1. But to end this battle off, I did have Tay Rock edging the third round, 23-19. Overall, 66-58. Rock had went into AMG mode throughout that entire third round. He literally didn't stop for one moment. The cameras kind of edited out a part of the footage, I think, because Rock started to lose his voice because he was rapping so fast and yelling. And at the beginning of this round, he said, "I don't even want to fight. I'm just going to get through this. I want to fight." I don't know what happened because I wasn't there, but Slade started to go at Caution at the end of his round a little bit, and Caution was kind of barking back at him. Rock made it incredibly known while Slade was rapping, like, "You're a rat." He was getting mad at the crowd a little bit for cheering for a rat, quote unquote. But yeah, we did have Rock taking that third round, 23-19. Overall, solid battle. Because of the angle, I would say it wasn't a bad battle, but it didn't live up to the hype that we expected after Slade's performance at Homecoming. And the fact that he's hot right now, and he basically has what some people like to call a URL logo in Tay Rock. But overall, this was a solid event. I say performance of the night, none other than New Jersey Twerk. I might give it to either Hansel or Ease, or maybe Rum and Fonz. But overall, this was a solid event. Battle of the night, I would say it's Fonz versus Rum Nitty. And a close second, like 1A, would be Fonz and Rum Nitty. And 1B would definitely be Ease versus Hansel. That's it for this review, man. This has been a crazy ride when it comes to these battles, because we've been waiting for these since that information that got leaked from those battle snippets saying that Rock is exposing Kid Slade as a snitch. All the stuff that's been going down in the Twitter spaces with basically the entire battle rap community throughout these few weeks. When it came to this battle, it's finally over because we finally got to see it. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. We on the road to 2K. I want to say I appreciate y'all. My bad for not posting no 2K content early this morning at midnight like we usually do. Excuse me, I was nowhere near the PS5, so I really couldn't upload anything because I was out of town. But now we back. The Madden video should be up right now. If it's not, it should be up in a few minutes. And we got a 2K video coming. But y'all, I'll be wasting my storage on y'all because, hey, I make sure that my 2K content is in 4K quality, so you can definitely go to highest picture quality, and my videos for 2K will be in 4K. The Madden videos are already in 1080, so you're good on that, because that's the standard. It gotta be there no matter what, or it might not even be uploaded. But the 2K videos are in 4K, so it takes a little more time to process. So that 2K video might not even be out today, but it'll definitely be out maybe at midnight or early in the morning or tomorrow morning, in fact. So, hey, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at YNT_the realest. And, hey, You see it, YNT in the building. 609 ENT. We out.